My name is Desmond, and I believe that all of you guys here listening to me are the possible candidates who will be interested in the Enterprise Cloud Security and Governance training. It's upcoming by Quantum Mac, which is due on 25th to 29th of October. Now, I'm inclined to talk about this a little bit just to give a heads up on what exactly we'll be covering about. The entire topic here would be more on me talking about what exactly cloud governance or cloud security is all about. So before we go into that, let us understand what exactly is cloud computing and what does it mean to us. Now, the entire concept of cloud may have basically been understood by a lot of different people in different needs and different organizations. But generally, cloud is the entire need for you to have a entire organization's IT infrastructure on a third-party service provider, to which there are a lot of benefits. For example, there is no upfront capital cost. There is no need for you guys to have to worry about electricity, potential power downtime and whatnot. In fact, the entire most giant businesses these days, if I can vouch for it, are actually operating in a cloud infrastructure. Generally, most of it. Facebook, despite the fact that they may say that they're running their own organization on-prem, but hey, at the end of the day, there is some elements of cloud running. The banks, retailers, many businesses have shifted to this. But the entire building blocks of cloud, although right here I'm discussing this from a fundamental view, is the IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. I being for infrastructure, P for platform, S for service. But different building blocks that are available out there that you and I or any organization as per se could actually utilize to gain some benefit out of this. And of course, the way of how or who's driving the cloud computing industry throughout in the world, definitely we can't run away from Amazon, Google, and Microsoft, or whoever there is. In terms of economy, yes, the entire fact that we need a huge capital expenditure or even an operational expenditure might be greatly minimized with the fact that cloud is available. That is definitely a benefit. I might even say that in the long run, the government agencies around the world are also slowly considering cloud as a viable option for their, for the governmental organization spending, which I think in a way has paved a new direction altogether when it comes to how cloud computing may change the world on how it may be perceived or looked into in the future. But the main concern here is this. With the entire cloud evolution, there has been always challenges. Cybersecurity, although it's just one part of the challenge, but there are many. Performance, availability, how do we integrate with in-house IT? The challenges of customization, the challenges with what if you were to your business were to grow further, and how would that growth be impacting in the terms of cost, or like in terms of regulatory requirement. And Malaysia is not really far away from regulatory requirement, simply because even we in Malaysia, we do have certain regulatory requirements which we must adhere to. Bank Negara has got certain guidelines, MCMC has got their own guidelines, and many in-house Malaysian law enforcement agencies does have their own say on this particular topic. However, since we're talking about security, I can basically relate to this from my own experience. It's not a topic that we should take it lightly, simply because, and at the date I'm talking to you right now, and today's date is definitely October the 8th, Tuesday, October 5th, I'm so sorry. I can only say that at the current date I'm talking to you, Facebook did have a downtime scenario. I'm not so sure if you guys are following the news, but Facebook did have its downtime today. So did WhatsApp. So did a lot of other cloud providers who we're generally depending upon as we are speaking to you, as I'm speaking to you. So that being said, it's a clear indication that one should not be quite complacent when it comes to security. And what exactly are we going to talk about here? And one of the topics I'm going to be talking about is how not to compare cloud security with regular cybersecurity. Now, in simple terms, if I can say this, cloud security is an idea where if you can imagine it, it's going to be like an example where you are going to send your child to a babysitter for the baby to be taken care of. That's exactly what cloud is. You are outsourcing your data on someone else's grounds to be taken care of. So the question here is, again, how much of a trust can you put into those people? And the second most important question is, how will they be able to comply with your security requirement, and would they be able to provide the service and security in the needs that is basically required by you? And that is the question. And I think all of us, if we are listening to me right now, can all agree that in the realistical world of cybersecurity, we cannot go ahead and procure a service just based on mere assumption, right? That does not work anymore, simply because assumption on cloud may also lead into the fact that you could actually end up having a severe, devastating security incidents. Just like, for example, as I'm talking to you right now, there has been many cases even within our Malaysian ecosystem itself, like for example our secrets, our JPN data that were supposedly attacked and infiltrated, right? So case to be, I mean, if I were to talk about this from a different angle, it also means that we can't be totally putting our responsibility on the cloud providers just because we think it's the right thing to do. I think there has been some due care and due diligence that we have to apply. So what are the unique cloud-related areas we should be worrying about? Well, one thing for sure, there are quite a number of contracting available for cloud services. And the topic about compliance, ever since cloud was brought up in the whole ecosystem, the entire topic has not been stopping ever since. There has been a lot of discussion about how reliable or how can we even trust the cloud providers. Like, let's say, for example, you're a government agency. How much of a trust can you put into cloud, especially when you're putting data regarding to Malaysian citizens on that particular organization? What exactly should you do to at least understand the risk factors of cloud, and how do you minimize the risk from becoming a threat, right? Or even the threat to be exploited. The same question of CIA comes in here, right? But here are some examples of some unique scenarios of what, in a worst case scenario did happen in a cloud ecosystem previously, right? One example, Bitbucket, photo hosting service provider that was DDoSed. I think the outage lasted for a few days, if I'm not mistaken. So even despite the fact that they have all the backups in place, they were not able to recover the service just in time. Now here it is not a myth that cloud providers do suffer downtime, but the question here is, can downtime to them impact you? If so, what you can do, right? Or what can you do to at least minimize the particular threat, right? That's number one. Number two, has there been any incidents that cloud providers have suffered from cybersecurity incident, like cybersecurity breaches, like data leak and whatnot? Case in point, Equifax. Case in point, our neighboring country like Singapore has also equally suffered some form of breach one way or another that impacted in the whole Singaporean citizens' data to be available now online. So again, what we will be talking about in this training here would be not so much on me giving you a theoretical lesson, but however, what I will be doing here is to prove from a practical point of view how to apply security from a realistical view. The demos that I may have in my workshop will involve me giving an example from Google Cloud and me giving an example from Amazon AWS and Azure on how different kind of security requirements can be addressed, And since this briefing is just a short briefing, what I'm planning to tell you guys here is the entire idea of cloud security would be best to be demonstrated from a practical standpoint instead of me just talking about it. And my course, or at least my training here for the next 5 days, which is planned out for, on the date that I have mentioned earlier on, would essentially go into the details of many factors, like how do we ensure availability, how do we do availability and confidentiality together, how do we set up a high availability ecosystem, how do we ensure that the users do not escalate their privilege, how do we make sure the programmers, whoever's writing the code, do not violate the basic laws of access control. These are the talks that we're going to talk about. These are the topics that I'm going to be discussing in future. It's just a short introduction to give you a brief overview of what I will be doing in the training later on the 25th to 29th. I really hope that all of you guys can come in and join me in this particular session. One thing I'm quite well known to do is I do not keep my students engaged in a boring theoretical lesson. I am well known for a lot of practical examples that I give in my training, and I really hope that all of you guys can join me and let us explore in detail what exactly cloud could actually be risky on, and how do we prevent ourselves to be the next victim of cloud data leakage. That's about it from me. Thank you so much. I hope to see you guys in the seminar. Thank you and good luck.